A lot of guys actually fap because of stress. They're addicted to porn addiction because of stress. And I want in this video to actually explain to you how you can manage your stress instead of having to turn to porn. But before talking about all of that, who am I? My name is Wesley, and my mission is to help prevent 1,000 men from killing themselves because of porn addiction, from literally getting to suicidal thoughts because of that addiction. These are my type of videos, and if that interests you, make sure you subscribe. Also, right now we are in a war against the porn companies, and I'm trying to make them all crash. In order for me to accomplish that, I have to free everyone from porn addiction. If you're interested by that mission, or if you want to get free, you might want to actually stick around. I'll need you to visualize this. You have low sex drive. What happened? You're in your bed with your girl, and it's time to actually fuck, right? It's time to actually do things. You know this time. And you already did the preliminaries and everything, and now it's time to actually fuck. What happened? You fuck for 2 minutes and you come. So now it's finished. All of the build up, all of it, you waiting for all these days to actually do it with this girl, only to last 2 minutes. And all of that because of your porn addiction. The guy that isn't addicted to this addiction to porn, what happened? He does it with the girl for 1 hour and even more. He come, and after he came, he can directly continue doing it even more with the girl. You can see that this type of person have way more joy, way more happy, he's way more satisfied with his situation. And he can do it for many and many times. So, do you want to achieve that goal? If you're interested by getting to this stage, you might want to check out the first link down in the description. And that, let's continue directly with the video. So what happened is that a lot of times people think that porn is a solution to their stress. They have stress either coming from work or other type of things in their life, and they turn to porn in order for them to manage that stress. But porn makes your brain unable to actually manage that stress. So you think that porn is the only way you can manage it, but porn doesn't even manage it and makes your brain less able to manage it by himself. So you feel like now you need porn in order to manage that stress, because if you don't, you're going to die from the stress or things like that, right? So I'll start everything about stress in this video with talking about you having to identify your stressors. There is many stressors. You have external stressors and internal stressors. External are like work, for example. When you have your boss asking you even more and keeps on complaining about things that you're doing, this is external stress. And internal stress can be like negative self-talk. For example, you saying to yourself, oh, I'm trash, oh, I'm this or I'm that. This brings you extra stress that you don't need. And having too much of a high expectations of yourself. When, for example, you never did a sport, for example, you never played basketball, and you shot your shot and you miss it, this brings you extra stress that you don't really need. And you shouldn't be expecting yourself to actually make it the first time, right? If you successfully did it, cool, that's great, but don't have too high of an expectation of you. If that happens, that brings you extra stress that you don't need. And this, like, nobody needs stress, right? We all have enough stress on the inside of our life, so we don't need extra stress. Sometimes you can get stress from, in fact, you get stress from a lot of things in life, but you can also get them from like deadlines. For example, you have this work you have to give, and this brings you extra stress, right? Not at work, I meant at school. When you have this homework or this exam that you have to do, you're feeling stressed, right? You know that the exam is tomorrow. Maybe that today you're going to have problems sleeping because tomorrow is a big exam and you know it counts for like 30% of the year. So you have to study big, and this brings even more stress in your life. In work, maybe you have this assignments to do or this Excel to finish. This brings you extra stress that usually you wouldn't have in other places. Sometimes the relationships that you have can bring you extra stress. Maybe you have this type of situation with your girl where you're uncertain and she's doing things that you don't really like, but you're not really asking of her to stop or things like that. Things brings you extra stress. Maybe your girl is a lot of times around other guys. This brings you extra stress also. And financial issues. Financial is always a big source of stress. Maybe that right now your finances are going low. Maybe that you're doing trading and in trading you're losing a lot. There's so much stress in life that you have to actually identify what is your stress, where is that stress coming from. And once you successfully identify where that stress is coming from, it's now the moment to actually manage it well. Not with porn. Porn is not a manager. Porn is just a way for you to escape. You feel like you escape reality when you go to porn. Like people who are playing video games a lot, you're playing video games to escape the reality. And what happens is that you're dissatisfied with your situation, but because you distract yourself with something, entertainment, such as social media, video games, and porn, you can't focus on your own life and accomplish your own things. Instead, you keep on getting distracted. I have good strategies to actually manage this stress. The one that I always recommend is mindfulness. Mindfulness is the best one for stress. Just go and do meditation. You focus on your breath. And every time you think about something, you just redirect your thoughts towards your breath. And this is like 1 rep for your brain. This is the best way to manage your stress, but I have also other stress managers, right? The second best stress manager that I know, and I personally do it a lot also, is sports and exercises like gym. Gym and sports develop yourself so much and spends your energy that it really helps you with your stress. And when you think about it, all the people in life that are better than you, right? There are people that are way higher. They have way more stress than you because success and stress are linear. They are the same, right? They're going together. They're proportional. So what happened is that these people, they're the ones that are always going to the gym, always doing sports, because they know, as I'm telling you right now, that porn addiction and other stress is well managed with sports and exercises. So if you try to just manage your stress well, just doing the first 2 that I talked about is already enough. You just do these 2 and you won't feel stress in your life. I'm doing a job, not this one, but I have another job and it's really stressful, right? I'm constantly under pressure and everything. And I'm supposed to be that way, right? But I don't feel stressed because I have my exercises, I do my gym every day, I have a good management of my stress, and I'm not addicted to porn, right? So I don't turn to porn in order to combat that stress. I have other managers and I'm doing meditation a lot. So my stress is super well managed and I don't feel stress in my life. I'm not shaking and I'm not always thinking about what will happen in the future and have anxiety. I'm super calm, super not stressed, and just doing my jobs when I need to and doing my things. There's also hobbies that I see others talk to me about when I talk about stress with them, and there are hobbies that are creative, right? Such as maybe dancing or reading and painting, right? Or writing. Like these 4 habits can really help you because these are calm habits that will really calm yourself. Oh, I forgot also going outside in the forest. Just walking outside and taking your time, looking at the nature, this can also really calm yourself. And everything that makes you calm is great for managing your stress. And what happened? That's crazy, right? I just figured out this, but everything that makes you calm makes you more able to manage stress, and porn doesn't make you calm. Porn excites you. But because at the end you have this crash, so you're calm at the end, people tend to mix it with, oh, okay, because I'm calm, now I don't think about stress and my stress is managed. But what happened is that 1 hour later, you're not going to feel the calm again from that porn session. And now what will happen? The stress come back. You didn't resolve any stress at all. You just postpone it. Now, support network is really important. This could be friends, family, and me, right? Having a support can really help you in managing that stress. And why? Because, for example, if you choose me, I can directly assess the situation for you and say, oh, this is your trigger, this is why, tac. So by actually finding for you what are the causes that makes you unable to finally quit this addiction, you can see that now you can just directly go to the situation and just get free for good, right? Because I successfully identified all of your problems and resolved them. So once you have no more problem, it's a straight path to recovery. But what happens is that people usually they go on recovery alone and they don't want the help of a professional. So what happens? They just do like slalom, and it takes way longer for them to actually quit, right? It may take years upon years. So now that you did meditation, right? As I said to you, meditation is the number one that I always recommend. It's the most effective one to manage your stress. And this can be deep breathing exercises or just straight up meditation. Now that you're doing that, what can you implement in your life for long-term recovery of this stress to manage it, because you will have stress all of your life? So what can you implement? Well, first of all, I talked about the gym. You can implement gym in your routine. So do a routine that every day at midday, so at dinner time, you go to the gym. Or every day at 9 p.m. you go to the gym. Implementing gym in your recovery will greatly help you for many reasons that I keep on telling in almost every video. Having a time to meditate also in your night routine right before going to bed, this will greatly help you to first of all sleep, and will greatly help you in your management of stress. But for long-term solutions, I'll talk more about other things to implement in your life, overall life, so that you're always feeling better. This is, for example, sleep schedule. Sleep schedule is always sleeping at the same hours, always waking up at the same hours. This will greatly help you with your energy and might help you with your stress. Because if you have more energy in your brain to actually think about it, something more clearly, you can see that you will make better decisions, right? And stress management is all about decisions. Also, you can start having a good diet. The things you eat affect your life, and sometimes you eat bad things such as processed foods and things like that, and this negatively impacts your own body and negatively impacts your brain, makes him think less and in a less clear way. So what happens is that you have this brain fog and you have difficulties actually managing that stress because of the things you're eating. But you wouldn't think of it that way for the first time, right? You wouldn't think directly that, oh, what I'm eating is having an impact on my stress management levels. Also, I'll finish by saying that setting realistic goals really help you. What happens is that when you have a clear goal, you know what you need to do in order to accomplish that goal. So this reduces stress. You don't need to stress about, oh, what do I have to do, and anxiety of the future. You already know what you want to accomplish and you already know the steps to accomplish it. So this reduces your stress a lot. And finally, time management techniques, productivity tips and things like that. This makes you able to do more work in less time. So this brings your pressure down and the stress that you have down, because you know that, for example, this assignment that you had to do that I was talking at the start of the video, you will have enough time to actually do it because you have you have time management things and time management tips and things like that. So what happens is that because you have these productive tips, you know that, for example, it's better to do your homework a little bit every day than to do it one big time. So every day what will happen, you will plan your day. So 3 days in advance, you will do maybe 20 minutes of homework every day. So this 1 hour homework, you finished it one day earlier than the day you have to give it, and you only did 20 minutes every day. That's just an example. But by searching for time management skills and time management knowledge, you'll get better in managing your time, which will reduce your stress. On that, take care of yourself. Mwah.